This is 507 Creative Collective and the second podcast I filmed today. I have 4 artists with me. We have Stephen Kang here out of Chicago.
What's up?
We have Rosoideae from Minneapolis, or Rochester, or both?
I technically stay in St. Paul, but I do be in Rochester pretty often. I'm kind of back and forth, you know.
We have POMO, Party on My Own.
Yep. I be staying in Rochester.
Rochester,
Born and raised.
my guy, bro. And then we got Cam's dad out of here, also out of Chicago.
Southside.
Where do we start? This is much less form than MKTP because a lot of you I just met in the past 2 weeks or so. Yeah, bro.
I literally met everyone here for the first time, like, just yesterday type shit. And I already vibe with everyone. Like, everyone here lit as fuck type shit.
Hey, the fact that we got like 3 songs that we just like made in like today and shit, that's like speaking like about the creative energy in this room, bro. It's like it was like no other.
Just for context, we are staying in a Airbnb in Rochester, and we've had about 8 or 9 artists here, maybe 10, probably more than that. Separate studio rooms, just recording, been around the clock for the past day and a half here. So that's what we got going on for context, as well as the context for the MKTP interview as well. I'm just gonna start with you because you got the mic, man.
All right, what's up?
Where does the rage come from, man?
The rage?
Yeah. That's actually kind of a serious question too. Like where does your genre come from?
My genre? Well, like the rage, I'm influenced by like the trap metal scene when it comes to that genre. So like City Morgue, things like that. And I've listened to some metal things like Slipknot, you know. And I don't know, like when I scream on the track, you know, I can feel the energy, and it just like it's a good release for whenever I'm pissed at something. And it's just good to put that energy on the track, and I vibe with it. So like that's what I like doing.
Absolutely. So you work with King Lundy a lot, who's on this podcast. How did y'all meet, and like how do you vibe on your creative levels?
I actually met Luke, King Lundy, through school actually. It was I just moved to Southside Rochester and transferred to the new school, and like I didn't know nobody, and pretty much he was one of the first people that came up to me and was like, "Hey, what's up, bro?" And we just started talking. And, you know, a year down the road, he's making music and telling me about it. I'm like, all right. And I told him, like, I don't really vibe with it. You know, I was like, you got some ideas, but I don't really vibe with it. But, like, a couple years later, bro, this man improved hella. And our creative levels, he's kind of different. Like, on the experimental type stuff, you know?
He's blossoming.
Yeah.
Blossoming.
But he going crazy with that, though. Definitely going crazy.
I'm gonna come to Steven and then go back that way. Actually, so I know you make your own music. Is there anything else you do creatively that I don't know about? Because for anybody that doesn't know, my music video that's gonna be coming out the week of this podcast, I believe, this guy had a lot of directing influence on that. Was very active on the scene. So what do you really got going on, man? What's going on in your head?
I mean, like, honestly, I'm just, like, a big fan of the art itself, you know? Like, I saw you downstairs, and I was like, you know what? Let's get, like, the creative juices flowing, bro. Let's do this shit. I saw him with the hair, bro. Hey, I was just like, all right, bro, this is going to be a hit, bro. We're not going to come here and waste our time, bro. You got to get the views up. You got to get your views up, and it's like, that's what it's really about. People got to see that, you know, that you got the juice, you know? Like, you can't just, like, shoot a video, bro. You know, like, when he was there, we all got down there. I felt like your energy changed, you know?
Yeah.
It was calm when we got there, and then, like, right when I started directing, I felt like you got even more confidence, you know? And it's not just about, like us as individuals. The thing about Chicago is, like, people don't usually, like, help each other out. You know what I'm saying? Like, So I'm trying to change that a little bit. Like I saw you there. I'm just like, man, we got to help each other out to make this the best opportunity for all of us. You know, it can't be just about one person. Like he's holding the camera. Everybody's just like watching. Like nah, fuck that, bro. Like everybody put your ideas together and fucking hash something out. You know. But as far as like the music shit, bro, like honestly, I just honestly like he knows. I just honestly started taking it seriously like 2 years ago.
Okay.
Like I love music like since I was like a baby, bro. Like it's just like natural to me.
Mm-hmm.
Music is just natural. I just started to like I see these rappers like online with these ads and all this shit, and I'm just like, you know what? I think I'm better. I'm actually like I think I'm better than them, and that's like no disrespect, you know. And it's just like, you know what? I'm gonna actually try now. So I put this track out called after this is a couple weeks ago. I put out this track called Easy because this shit is literally easy to me. Like all of us just like, bro,
yeah,
like you know what I'm talking about. I saw you do like 10
yeah.
tracks in there, bro. You had everything to yourself. We did what the fuck? I don't even know how many tracks, freestyles we did. We even shot our own music video. Like, bro, like literally this shit is easy. Now I'm not playing no more. Like this shit's like I can't stand other rappers that pay for this shit. Like I understand if you pay for your shit, bro. More power to you. But at the end of the day, dude, it's like you got to go out and network yourself. You can't really just pay for promos and expect people to click on your shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to get out there. And it's like what we're doing. You know, you're an artist, too. You know, look at what you're doing. You know, like,
exactly.
We're expanding.
Yeah. When you first started making music, was it automatically like, I know my style? Or has that been a developing thing for you?
And then if anybody ever says that they know this, like, nah, bro, like, it's practice. Like, I know, like, that famous speech by Iverson, you know, like, I don't need practice. Like, in reality, he practiced a lot before he got to the NBA, you know? And I like to use a lot of, like, NBA metaphors in my rap and all that shit, because it's like, I don't know, like, I feel like rap is the NBA right now, bro. Like, start rapping, and then before you got the punchline, you're dribbling a little bit. You know, when you're rapping, you're dribbling, and then you just fucking, you make your shot, you make the shit look easy, you know? I think that a lot of people find their style over time. You know, it doesn't come overnight. For some, it does, you know? The people I can see that happening to is, like, this dude right here. You know, that shit happens overnight for them. Other people got to work, like me. I got to work for that shit, you know? But when you put in the work, everything, like, falls in and it becomes, like, second nature, you know? Some people are, like, made for this shit. I know I'm made for this shit. I just got to put the work in, and it's, like... Everyone. And it shows, bro. It shows. Like, it shows who puts in the work. It shows, like, who's just slacking. And it separates the actors, you know? There's actors in this shit. Unfortunately, there is, and it's like that's like somebody mocking your art.
Yeah.
You know, like you can't have that shit. That's disrespectful, and that's disrespectful to everybody who like came up like off literally like working your ass off in the studio, sleeping, fucking can't afford to pay the rent because you fucking spent it on this beat that you thought was gonna be dope and it wasn't. And now you're like $100 short on the rent, bro. You gotta ask your fucking girl for that shit, like just cause, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like this shit's real. Like, it's not like it's not me playing around, bro. Like if you're an artist, you gotta take this shit seriously. Like don't be fucking around.
And on that note, I actually want to talk up to partying on my own over here about the Rochester scene, because I bet you can tell right now, because the one thing we do have in common from all the other artists here is we know Raj, or well, you know Raj too, but like, you know, he's like, you're from Raj originally, right?
Yeah, I was born here.
Yeah. So what has it been like to see, or have you seen, if you say no, that's fine too, have you seen a difference in the music scene in the past like 5 years?
Yeah, I would say definitely. But I think like the internet has a lot of influence because like here in Rochester we have like a lot of people with like spontaneous personalities, so they tend to like hop on different waves or whatever was trending at the time.
Yeah.
And so like as soon as like I guess like the more emo vibes started like taking over like in the art area, because like there's a lot of people doing like all like that drug talk and stuff like that, and I was doing that shit kind of too. But like now that I'm like getting like better connections like around here, like I can see like people can actually help me with this. Like I'm starting to take it more serious. I'm actually like putting actual lyrics that I mean, like into my music, instead of like actually like rapping like bullshit that's like easy to make in like 5 minutes. But like, yeah, I think there's definitely been like a dramatic change like here, because just people have like spontaneous personalities, hopping on trends and stuff like that. But like, people like trying like to see stuff what they like, and like, they like trying new things and see if that fits them. If it doesn't, then it doesn't work out. But
Hey, 507cc definitely had an impact on the scene here.
Yeah.
Hey, we appreciate that, bro.
Recently, I literally found out about y'all just last year, and I was like doing I wasn't even like starting music. I literally just started music like just this last year too. But I was like freestyling with my friends, like having a good time like a year before that.
Mm-hmm.
But like just recently, I've been like starting to take it seriously, and like I actually want to make this a thing.
Yeah, no. Like, I think when I got here and I realized that it wasn't like Chicago where you know right away, like, oh, these are what the rappers are. This person does this, you know, right?
Yeah.
I had to like seek it out, but the difference was there was no platform for talent at all.
Mm-hmm.
And so nobody was saying, oh, this person can rap. Let them come into my studio, because those things just didn't exist.
Yeah.
So, like, when I come here and I see people like you and Rosoideae and King Lundy and Jay Havoc and all these guys putting in work, a lot more I didn't even mention, like, I'm like, that's potential right there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
So let's give them a platform. And fuck it, let's make a scene out of nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
for sure.
saying? Let's make our own thing.
Yeah, because we definitely have like a good amount of creative people here that just don't have a way to start, and just like having this 507cc platform is just a good base just to get them
Or they
started
just
out.
don't even know what to do, really.
Yeah, exactly. So it's good that y'all made like a group to like people can get more information to like resort and like how to proceed on moving forward instead of being stuck in one spot. Like usually people tend to get stuck when they're working by themselves, but it doesn't hurt to like ask for help and get connections and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Because at the end of the day, you're just improving your work and your craft.
exactly.
Adjust it to how your style is.
You can't really be afraid to learn.
Yeah.
Which is actually a great transition to Cam's dad, because like when you were telling me last night, like oh man, like you're telling me this and this, and like you're 21 and all that, like I don't even see it like that really, because I think everybody has a different story, but like I want to know like your artistic journey and like how you started working on music and all that.
Like Steven, it's always been a thing. Like I've been in the church, I've been in the choir, I've been in the church, I've been in the choir. I've always wrote poems, like always been artistic, but like at a young age I've always wanted to make money off myself. Right? Like it was always a thing to be able to roll out the bed and get paid.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to find a way to develop that without being dangerous or like risking my life. Music.
Yeah.
It's never going anywhere. Everybody listens to it. So when I was 18, I just wanted to rap, and I met him a couple years after that. I met Steve when he was 16, and it was around the time when I was developing the patterns and the know-how and the knowledge of just being in the studio, like at 18. Like how you guys are. That's why I say don't stop. But at that time, I was around a bunch of adults who were my age now, who were telling me like, you know, you can really do this. There's nothing to it. You just got to show up, put the work in, don't stop really. But I stopped because I didn't have the proper support in the places that I wanted it. But you can't be waiting for that. Like the people closest to you are not going to be the ones to support you. They are the ones who think you're not going to do it after all. So I let that take over what I knew I could do, which I know in the long run fucked me up because I'm supposed to be somewhere doing this shit already because I'm here now. And
You're here now. Like you are here now.
I'm here
like,
now.
Shit's
and
happening.
Like I was telling Steven on the way here, and like he just said, a lot of these dudes is not good. Like,
To be blunt.
facts.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of these dudes is not good. You gotta pay for promotion, and then you gotta pay this artist and pay this guy. If you good, the work is gonna come to you, but you gotta put the work in, and you can't stop. And that was my biggest problem in the beginning. I stopped at a point where I had it, and I gave up. And it took me to meet up with Steven again, like 6-7 years later, to realize that I let go of something good, because he was still rapping, but he wasn't like serious yet. I'm like, you still rapping all these years later? Like, why the fuck? You know, you're not trying to make money off of it. Like, there's bread in this shit. More bread than what they tell you. Like, they don't even tell you can make bread. They just tell you can be famous and be cool and be on TV and shit. But, like, fuck that. We want the check. And the check comes in how we doing this shit right here. You make your own TV station, and you put your own people on that shit. And you bring your homies with you everywhere you go, and you make new homies, and you take them back to your spot. And, like, bro, coming from Chicago, these niggas is not real. They don't want no money, and they not willing to put themselves out there to get what they really want. Everybody wants something but don't want to work for it. And that's what my artistic journey has told me. Like, you can see so far, but, like, what are you willing to do to get there? Like, you willing to do small interviews, like, with a company in a state that a lot of people wouldn't even think to come to? But when you get here, it's fucking 30 people in a room making music. Like, you get 6 guys in a room in Chicago and somebody ready to kill each other at the end of the night. Like, that shit wild as hell. So it just shows me that the experience comes in the journey, and if you're not willing to take that and lose money, like lose friends, you won't make it. Like, you won't make this journey if you don't take the journey straight up. So, man, I've been through a lot with this shit, and just to be here now, I think I'm the oldest one here.
Probably, yeah.
That shit crazy, but I'm here though. And you what, 18?
Yeah, turned 18 recently.
Don't get to where I'm at and be like, oh yeah, I could have, like, fuck that. Like, now I gotta be a businessman, because no one will take me serious as a rapper, like, coming out the gate. I gotta do features and shit, because, like, I'm not too old, but I feel like I missed my biggest chance. So now I just have to get in where I fit in.
Man, I don't think so. I mean, I think everybody...
First of all, yeah, I didn't even know you were 30. I thought you were like Ronnie's age, bro. I thought you were like 25.
You gotta stay young, bro.
Yeah.
You gotta stay young, because, like, if I want to rap, I can't be no old ass, oh yeah, rap about my Advil pills and shit.
I think the culture of, like, who you can be as a brand changes. Like, if you're like 17 and you're rapping and you got all the resources and you're about ready to blow up and whatever, like, you can be a little bit more wild with it. I think when you
I have to be controlled in what I do.
Yeah, but you can still be a powerhouse, you know what I'm saying? I think there's just more of a professionalism aspect when you get to a certain age.
And that's why we got the Madisyn Media Collection in Chicago. You can check us out on all platforms. We got a website, mmcmerch.com. That's our media platform in Chicago. It's not quite there yet, but we do distribute our own music. We own all our own rights and everything. Like, Steven, me, got about 6 artists. Like, that's where we start. But that's the angle that I have to take. I have to put other people in a position to win, because, man, I can't do it by myself. You can't do it by yourself.
That was the smoothest plug we've ever had on the podcast, by the way. So,
Take that.
Shouts out to you. I'm going to start with you, and I'm going to go down the line again like we did for the last app, and just talk about what you got going on and what you're shooting for in the future.
We're going to pause quick.
All right, yeah, we're just going to go back down the line like I was saying, talk about what you got going on and what you're shooting for in the near future here.
I'm shooting for everything. I'm going Tyler Perry level. Madisyn Media Collection. We'll have our own studio. We'll be producing our own movies, musics. Everybody in this room gonna have some type of MMC affiliation, but that's big picture. But as of right now, you can check us out on all platforms. Check out my artist, Lil Guy. 20,000 streams throughout all platforms. Check out Stephen Kang. Got new stuff coming out all the time. I got a project coming out. I haven't picked a date yet because, man, it's not about me. So, man, just MMC everything. Check it out.
Yeah, I mean, I just met y'all like literally yesterday, but it's been a pleasure to work with y'all. Currently trying to work on getting my own setup. Hopefully get my own stuff started. But yeah, thanks for having me, I guess.
No problem.
What I'm working on, my goals, bro. I'm trying to monetize. I'm trying to monetize. Yeah, I'm trying to get paid. That's like what I'm here for, really. But like we had a nice talk last night, though. I was
Most of the
Rocky.
good stuff doesn't get said on camera.
Yeah. No, we had a nice talk, though. It was nice linking up with everyone because, like, whole lot of creative energy. Like, I learned hella shit I didn't even know before about, like, marketing, like, just all this, what you really need to do to, like, get in the game and start doing it right. Because I'm not doing it right now, you know? Like, I was using a whole lot of YouTube beats and just, like, putting songs out. Like, I had a song that got, like, almost 50K now, but I can't even monetize it because before I could even release the beat, like, someone's been bought it. And it's like, damn, it's YouTube beats for you, man. So that's what he was telling me last night. Like,
He needs
gotta get on
beats.
your shit.
Producers watching right now, hit up
Yeah,
Rosoideae.
it even happened to us last night. Like,
Last night.
he was talking about a song, and then another song played with the same beat he used type shit. Like, that was crazy. That was
telling him about
crazy.
a song that I made. Look, we weren't even talking about the song that I made. We were just talking, and I heard this beat on the speaker. I'm like, this is what I'm talking about right here. I let it play. Then I played my song. I'm like, what if he got more money than me? What if he don't got more money than me? You just got the money right now. There go my shot. There go my opportunity because you fucking with YouTube beats. That's why you need, what's the group name? MKTP. Get your producing right there. YouTube is not, like, leave YouTube for the producers. That's how they make their money. Because we sitting there clicking that shit, thinking we finna get rich. Like, nah. We making them rich. Fuck that.
But yeah, that's pretty much my goals, bro. Get off YouTube, start doing it right. All platforms, build a team, like work with all y'all because being with like-minded people, it's just a whole different energy. It just like sets the mood right too, type shit. Exactly.
Original ideas.
All kinds of creativity.
I mean, as far as like what I got going right now, I got like, I mean, today we just dropped like 3 tracks. So expect something on SoundCloud from me and everybody on this couch and Bruce and everybody. Other than that, probably a music video, freestyle video over a Tupac beat, "Do for Love." That's gonna lead up to my EP. It's like shout out to Mulatto Beats. That's Lyrical Lemonade right there. So we got like a 3-track EP coming out in the beginning of April. I believe April 2nd. I got a track called Easy that the video should be coming out at the end of the month as well. I mean, other than that, like we're just here trying to get it how we live, you know, like
Real work, man.
you know, that's really what it's about. Like we just trying to get it how we live. Put as much work as we can out there and see how that shit goes. Like they said it earlier, manifesting is key, and that's, you know, breaking the lock on that shit, you know.
Absolutely. With that, that's a wrap. Thank you guys for coming out. Won't be the last time, unless you got one more thing to add.
I want to say shout out Blake for inviting me. Shout out this man's recording. Bro,
Yeah.
shout out, bro. Blake brought everyone here together, so for real, shout out Blake. And shout out my man Danny right here, because he always giving me rides, making shit possible type shit, you know. Shout out my pops, though. He got me the Greyhound ticket here, like, shit.
You a real pops.
Yeah. Hey, but for real, shout out all y'all Chicago people, too, for coming through and, like, making this shit possible to be able to get together and just, like, work, bro. Like, everyone, like, yeah.
Lastly, shout out 507 Photography for putting this together. He doesn't get enough shout outs. He's head of networking for us officially. So even though I do shit on the low like that, he's done a lot of bringing people together on Instagram and Facebook, Snapchat, MySpace, whatever you're on. But that's what we do, 507 Creative Collective. That's going to be a wrap for this podcast. That's it. Boom. We
Mr.
done.
Never stop working.
Never.
I appreciate you.
No problem, bro. Yes, sir.
Big Blake.
Yes, sir.
You know what's crazy? Like before when I was working like in my basement alone, I was just thinking like, damn,
How'd it look?
Pretty
Pretty good.
Like,
So y'all niggas feel like letting me lay down again?